Hi there! Well, today I am doing the TMI tag, and I was tagged by Julie at Julie's Beauty Dish, and she was very kind to tag me for this, and she will know exactly why I'm saying this. So thank you so much to Julie for tagging me for this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this may be some new information, especially for my parents. So let's go ahead and get started. First question, number one, what are you wearing? Well, I am wearing this sort of sweatshirt, my fancy sweatshirt that I really like. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me or not. I am just wearing some like old black yoga pants. So that's it, nothing fancy today, just a very casual outfit. Second question, have you ever been in love? Well, absolutely, and I am currently in love with my husband, so that is a very easy one. Number three, have you ever had a terrible breakup? Of course I have, and you know, when you're much younger, you think they're all terrible and that you'll never find love again, and it seems so silly looking back, but of course I've had a terrible breakup. Number four, how tall are you? I am 5'10". Number five, how much do you weigh? Well, I fluctuate a little bit. Right now I'm about 125. I usually fluctuate somewhere between 124 and 128, something like that. Do you have any tattoos? No. Do you have any piercings? Yes, my ears. And then when I was about 19, a girlfriend and I went and got our second holes pierced up here, but I haven't worn anything in them for years. I've never even tried to, so I'm not even sure if they're closed up or not, but I kind of regret doing that because I just think it looks silly now that I don't put anything in there, but oh well, there's worse things I could have done, I guess. Number eight, OTP, which I guess is one true pair, and I think I'm a little old to maybe know what this really means, but I think it means just a couple that you think is kind of good for each other or kind of cute or whatever. And the first one that came to mind for me is Will and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and I just think that they're both fabulous and good looking and young and just seem to be very kind and polite, so I really like them. Number nine, what is your favorite show? That's so hard, and since it doesn't force me to choose just one, I'm just going to name some of the shows that I really love right now. Of course, we have Downton Abbey. I think if you follow me on Twitter, you know that. Modern Family, Big Bang Theory, those are probably my top three shows. I don't watch a lot of television, so all three of these shows we record, and I think we almost never watch them when they're actually on, but they're ones that we make a point to watch when we have time. Number 10, favorite bands. I kind of had a hard time with this because I feel like a lot of the music that I really like is solo artists, but if I had to pick a favorite band, my husband and I both really like Journey. I would love to see them in person one day. And then kind of going back to the high school days, Pearl Jam really comes to mind. Their album 10 from way back in the day is like kind of what I think of when I think of high school. And also Aerosmith. I really like Aerosmith or some of their older stuff anyway. Something you miss. Well, right now I miss my grandparents a lot. I don't get to see them nearly often enough. They live very far away. So anyway, I miss them a lot, and I hope to see them very soon, probably this summer. Number 12, your favorite song. The one that comes to mind is probably Willie Nelson's version of You Were Always on My Mind. I just think that is such a sweet love song. I've always loved that song. I have lots of favorite songs, but You Were Always on My Mind always just stands out to me, and I really like Willie Nelson's version of it. It just seems sort of like heartbreaking to me, his voice. So anyway, how old are you? Well, I am 37 and a half. I will be 38 in June. Your zodiac sign, I am a Cancer. Quality you look for in a partner. Honesty probably is the most important thing to me. I love intelligence, of course, a good sense of humor, and someone that's kind and with good manners. Your favorite quote. I am a really big collector of quotes. I have a quote book that I've been keeping since I was in high school, and anytime someone gives me a good piece of advice or I see something that really sticks with me, I write it in my little book. And then if I'm going through like a stressful or difficult time, I go back and read my book, and it always just makes me feel better and kind of gives me that wisdom all over again and reminds me that there's people that have been through a lot worse things than I have, and there's always just a lot of wisdom in these quotes to me. So that being said, one of my favorite quotes is from Maya Angelou, and she says, "We did then what we knew how to do, and now that we know better, we can do better." And to me, that applies to just everything. I mean, even from insignificant things, you know, that we do, like makeup, or, you know, maybe more simple things, and then really big things as well. So when we know better, we do better. And I think that kind of says it all. My favorite actor. Well, you know, this is actually kind of sad because one of my favorite actors was Philip Seymour Hoffman. And as probably you know, he just passed away recently, but I always just thought he was fantastic. I've liked him for a lot of years. So yeah, anyway. Number 18, favorite color, probably lavender. I love lavender. It's just one of my favorite colors. And I posted recently, I'm actually thinking about painting my little walk-in closet, which is the door that you see here behind me. I'm actually thinking about painting that lavender because I don't share it with my husband. He has a separate closet. And so I think that would be really like fun and girly. And it's something I wouldn't do in the rest of my house. So, but it's just my little space. So I might do that. Number 19, loud music or soft? Well, I guess it depends on the situation, but if I'm like cleaning my house, I like really loud music, you know, to keep me, you know, motivated and going. Number 20, where do you go when you're sad? I have no idea. I don't get sad very often, and I don't like to be in bed even when I'm sick. It just makes me crazy to lay around all day. So I guess maybe I just stay home. If I'm in a bad mood, I probably wouldn't feel like socializing, so that's probably as close as it gets for me. How long does it take you to shower? Not long. I'm sort of a get in and get out kind of person unless I don't feel well. And then I, you know, like a hot shower always makes you feel better. I feel like a shower is the best medicine sometimes, especially when you have like allergies or something or sinuses. So I'd say maybe 5 minutes, probably 5-7 minutes. Number 22, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It depends. If I'm getting ready for a video or if we are going out to dinner, you know, with like a special occasion, it probably takes me like an hour and a half, if I'm being honest, because I kind of enjoy the process of getting ready, as a lot of us do that are into makeup. And so I just really take my time with it. If I'm really pushed and I need to get out the door, I can do it in 30 minutes. But I kind of enjoy the process of putting on my makeup and choosing things. And so I will turn on the television here. You may be able to see it behind me. And I just take my time and, you know, have fun. Number 23, have you ever been in a physical fight? Well, this is going to be news to everybody. Yes, I have. And I feel like I need to explain myself. So I think I was about 18 or 19 years old, and I was dating a guy who was sort of pulled into this physical altercation, whether he wanted to be or not. And I just reacted really, really quickly without thinking. And so I jumped on the guy's back to try to pull them apart. And the guy gave me a very swift and hard elbow to the stomach and knocked me right off, knocked me onto the floor. I think that knocked the wind out of me for several days. I was very sore, and I learned to just sort of stay out of it and let things unfold after that. But I would never get in a physical fight for myself, but I'm very protective of people that I love. And so I think it just, I don't know what possessed me, but I just jumped in. So probably wouldn't do that again unless it was, you know, someone I love, like I said. Number 24, turn-ons. Well, good manners for me, and I don't mean that like in a physical way. I just mean that what attracts me to a lot of people is good manners. It's the first thing that I notice about everyone, beyond looks or anything else. When someone is polite, I just love it. I love it when people are polite. Number 25, turn-offs. Well, I guess the opposite would be true. Bad manners, when people are rude, not being kind to people that are in positions lower than you. I think everyone deserves respect. And it's just, to me, when I meet someone or encounter someone that is just rude to people, or especially people they think that they have an advantage over, it just is a big turnoff for me. Number 26, the reason you joined YouTube. Well, mostly just because I love makeup and products, and I'm sort of buying all these things, and I didn't have really girlfriends in my life that enjoy those types of things. We have other things in common, but they didn't really have the appreciation for lots of beauty products like I do. So this was just sort of a creative outlet for me to come and talk with people who were like-minded and might enjoy kind of hearing me yammer on and on endlessly about beauty products. Number 27, fears. Well, the dark is one of them. I am still afraid of the dark. I just don't like it. I have night lights in my house. I've never really gotten over my fear of that. I mean, if I'm somewhere where I don't have a nightlight, like in a hotel room or something, I'm still going to sleep or whatever. But if I have a choice, I like to have a little nightlight on. Number 28, last thing that made you cry. I have no idea. I don't know. Sometimes I cry with laughter when I'm watching different things on TV, like if I'm watching Modern Family or something. I absolutely love Cam and Mitchell, and I will cry like with laughter at things that Cam says. He absolutely cracks me up, and I love him. So I would say we'll probably cry more out of laughter than anything. So, and sometimes, and they don't know this, but they probably will now, sometimes when my parents leave after they've come and visited me, sometimes I get a little emotional because we don't see each other very often. So anyway, moving on. Last time you said you loved someone. Well, today I'm sure I said I love my husband. We say it to each other all the time. Meaning behind your YouTube name, and this is number 30. Well, it's LaBeautyBag. L-A are my initials, so I used L-A and pronounce it la, like the, which is the in Spanish or French or something like that. Beauty because I love beauty, and bag because I love bags, and then it's sort of like a double entendre, LaBeautyBag. So anyway, I thought it was really clever at the time, and now I feel like it maybe wasn't so clever. Number 31, last book you read. I think it was Middlemarch. I really wanted to read a classic, so I read Jane Eyre because I kind of had forgotten about it, and it was something I read when I was younger, and then I went to Middlemarch, and I really enjoyed it, but it took me a long time because I didn't rush through it, but I think that was it. The book you're currently reading. Well, I kind of go in spurts with reading. I really enjoy it, but it's something I will do for a few months, and then I won't read again for another few months. So I still have Gone Girl on my iPad, which I'm sure everyone has long read by now, but I just put it aside and I haven't gotten back to it, so I still need to get through Gone Girl. Number 3, last show you watched. I think my husband and I caught up on Downton Abbey. We had recorded it on Sunday but didn't get a chance to watch it from last week, so I think that was the last thing we watched. Number 34, last person you talked to. That would be my husband earlier today. Number 35, the relationship between you and the last person you texted. I think it was my mom. I think I sent something to my mom or my husband, one of those two. I think those are pretty much the only people I ever text with. Number 36, your favorite food. Tacos, that's easy, tacos. Number 37, place you want to visit. I have always wanted to go to London. I would love to go to London. I don't know what appeals to me so much about it, but I just think it's a lovely city. I want to go there so bad someday, and my husband's already been, so, but I told him I'd really like to go back there someday, so I think that's something I'd like to do. And also Washington, D.C. I've actually never been there, and I really want to do like a long trip there and just walk and see everything and really do the Smithsonian. I'd love to see, I think it's the American History Museum where they just have the different like memorabilia and things. And then my husband really wants to go to the Air and Space Museum because he's really into aviation stuff. So number 38, last place you were. I don't know, in my kitchen, I guess. I'm not really sure what that means. Number 39, do you have a crush? Of course not. I'm married. Number 40, last time you kissed someone. That would be my hubby again this morning. Number 41, last time you were insulted. There's a story behind this. It was at a store that we all know and love. And there was a group of employees standing around talking to each other, and there was obviously some sort of situation going on that they were all really unhappy about. It sounded like it was like a staffing issue or a shift issue or something like that. And I had a question about a product, and so I went up and I stood patiently by while they finished up their conversation. And one of the women turned and looked at me, she goes, "You have a question?" And I was like, I was just so taken aback by it. And then I was so like taken back that I really even forgot what I was going to say, and it threw me off guard. And so I sort of asked my question, put my head down, and got out of there. I don't think they like me in that store for some reason, and I have no idea why because I've never had an issue there. But nevertheless, where was I? See, I'm so thrown off by the whole thing. Favorite flavor of sweet. I really like a sweet and salty combo, so like peanut butter cups or chocolate covered pretzels, or I like to drink chocolate milk and pretzels or something like that, so that would have to say that combination. What instruments do you play? Well, many, many moons ago I played violin growing up, and that's really the last instrument that I've played. Your favorite piece of jewelry. Well, I don't wear a lot of jewelry, and jewelry isn't just something that I just don't think about that often, but probably my wedding band has definitely the most meaning to me. So yeah, probably that. Last sport you played. I played basketball, no surprise, I'm 5'10". I played basketball for a long time, starting in middle school, going through high school, and I played post, no surprise there either. But then also in high school, I was on drill team, which is like a dance team, so I'm not really sure if that's considered a sport, but a traditional sport, it would be basketball, and I still would love to play basketball if I had a chance, but I'm probably really lousy at it at this point. I was lousy at it then too, for being honest. Last song you sang. I don't know. I don't know if I sang a last song. I mean, sometimes I sing along with my playlist that I have for cleaning my house, so I probably sang along with something like that. Oh, and also the one that's stuck in my head right now is the Passenger song, Let Her Go, except I don't have any of the words right, so I just sing my version of it to myself, and I can't get it out of my head. Number 47, favorite chat-up line. I don't have a chat-up line, never have. I don't think I've ever like asked a guy out or anything like that, so I don't know. Number 48, have you ever used it? Okay, so no, that answered that question. Number 49, last time you hung out with someone. I guess this means like maybe friends and not family or something like that. So my girlfriend Trish Kanish, her name's not really Kanish, there's a whole long story, but I call her Kanish. So that's the last person I hung out with, and hopefully I'll see her this week, Trish. Number 50, who should answer these questions next? Well, I would really like to see Elle answer them, of course, if she hasn't already. I would love to know if Elle's ever been in a fight. And also Crystal from Miss Crystal Makeup, if she hasn't done it, I would love to see her answers to these questions as well. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully you still like me after seeing my answers to all these things. But anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye-bye.